Alright, so it's 10 o'clock at night. I just got home from work. Um, we are switching the Donk over from carbureted, which I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a 4-barrel Edelbrock carburetor on there with a air gap intake. We're going to switch that over to an EFI. So we're going to unbox it right now. It's a Holley Sniper EFI. And it's the talk of the town. Everybody's talking about how great this is, how you gotta have it, how you're gonna save on fuel, how the car is gonna run more efficiently. So it's supposed to be more throttle response. Gonna end up getting all my horses. I'm gonna be able to start it in the morning by just bumping the key. No pedaling it, no priming the gas. Paid like $1,200 and change for this. So I got the one that pretty much looks like a Edelbrock carburetor. They have another one that looks like a Holley double pumper, and I almost got that one. But this one has the linkage in the same place as my Edelbrock, so I figured this was the one to go with. And I got the black one. They have the polished one also. But I'm not a big fan of chrome. So anyway, I'm not drilling any hole in the fuel tank. I'm going to run the fuel line in line with the fuel lines that are already in the car and the return line that's already in the car. This might be a fuel pump right here. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not going to make a video of me installing it because I can't hold the camera and install it at the same time. It's too much going on, and I'm gonna have to be under the car. So right now is the before. You've already seen how the car runs in my other videos, and when I'm done with it, I'll do a video of me driving the car, and I will tell you the difference and how it feels, and you know, if it's true what they say. So hopefully this was the best $1,300 I ever spent. So I'm told. Alright, so we'll see. And this is on the 72 Impala. It's got a 400 small block. Alright, let's get started. Over and out. Alright, so I was up all night. I didn't get done putting the EFI on until 1 a.m. I started like 2 days ago. I put the carbureted part of it, the fuel injection on, the other night. That took me like, I don't know, an hour, just getting the linkage together and all that good stuff. I guess you can't see it right here. The pain in the ass with this whole situation, let me tell you right now, is the fuel pump. First of all, it's loud as shit. So I had put it under the hood, right, at first, because I was like, all right, it's going to be easy. I'll put it under the hood. I'll just run off my original fuel lines in the car. It's an inline fuel pump. Pump was loud as shit. Like, I couldn't hear myself think in the car. So after finally getting all the wiring done, which is a lot of wiring, the O2 sensor, drilling the hole for that, all that shit, I take it out on a test drive. I had problems tuning it, first of all, because I had the tuner hooked up to a power wire that I shouldn't have. It was like running through my radio or something, so it kept cutting off. Couldn't get the car running. Finally, I found a power source that worked. But the fuel pump was the pain in the ass. So anyway, I had to move the fuel pump back by the gas tank because it was just too loud up front. Like, you could hear it through the whole car. Even with the music up, I could hear it. You know, so anyway, I moved it between the gas tank and above the rear end. That's where I put the fuel pump. Then I had to run the wire, snake that wire all the way throughout the whole car up to the front. So I'm glad I did it there because it sounds better, but that was a pain in the ass. But the car is running, so this is the first startup this morning. I haven't started the car this morning. And usually I got to pump the gas, I got to pedal it, you know, because it's got to be choked and all that shit with the carburetor. So let's do it with the key. Let's see if it starts. All right. and start. Alright, let's not use the key. Well, let's not use the remote to start it. I probably need to, I have a Viper alarm, and it has the remote start. And I don't know, sometimes it starts, sometimes it doesn't. You probably got to cycle the motor more. So let's start. We're not going to pump the gas or nothing. Let's see. Damn. I've never been able to do that. There's no way this thing would have stayed running a few days ago when it was carbureted. Look at that. That's a cold start right there. That's crazy. Very impressive. Wow. So we're going to do a test drive on it also. But I did drive it last night, and that response is crazy. But I didn't drive it far enough to test out the fuel mileage. Gas mileage on this car was horrible. Like, I passed everything but a gas station. So today we're going to do that test. But as far as power goes, I feel like I gained another 60 horsepower with this thing because it's so responsive. And you see this mess of wires right here. That's one thing I have to clean up some more, is all these wires, man. I mean, these wires were just a pain in the ass. The fuel lines, trying to tuck these things, like, that's the one battle that I've been fighting with this car, is how to clean up this undercarriage. You see where I blocked off the fuel, the old fuel pump, right there. A lot of people don't talk about that in the video, but yeah, you're supposed to block it off in their videos for the EFI. And it looks like I got a carburetor under there. It looks like it has a regular Edelbrock carburetor. You can't even tell, except for all the goddamn wires going everywhere from that thing to the O2 sensor and fuel pump and I don't know, whatever else. Pretty cool. Yeah, so throttle response is definitely crazy on this, especially wide open throttle. Like, it's like driving a fucking Porsche right now. I can't even open it up right now because I don't want to get pulled over, but yeah, this shit is crazy. I mean, the car was already fast, but now it's like, I don't know, it just feels different. It feels like it's getting all the fuel I'm giving it, and all the like everything that could possibly run better is. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this EFI. I paid like $1,300 for it. The car just feels smoother. I mean, the response is, I don't know, man. It's hard to explain. You'd have to drive it. It's night and day. But I can't even open this fucker up. Also, another thing, when I open it up, it feels like it just keeps pulling. Like, it doesn't stop pulling. I don't know. Anyway, alright. EFI, highly recommended, the Holley. So I got a little update. The reason why the fuel pump was so loud is because it was overworking. I had this fuel filter right here in line. This system came with two fuel filters, a small fuel filter and this big one. I had both fuel filters after the fuel pump, which caused the restriction. This is supposed to be between the gas tank and the fuel pump. The other fuel filter, which is the little one, is supposed to be up here. It's supposed to be after the fuel pump. So now it's quiet. Now the fuel pump isn't loud as hell. So I'm going to crank it up and I'm going to show you. You can hear it prime, which is fine. But you're not supposed to hear it running while the car is running. See? You don't hear anything. Before, I could hear it whining over the noise of the engine and the exhaust. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one where it's supposed to be. But right now, it's quiet as a church mouse, that fuel pump, so I feel a lot safer. Alright. Like and subscribe. It's Chris's Garage. I appreciate it.